I don't know what to tell you, people. I don't know. Is it me, or did this show went downhill after Finn Balor's match? I honestly had that feeling. After Finn Balor's match against Braun Strowman, this show went downhill from there. There was a whole bunch of parts in this show where I just didn't give a single fuck. You call this a go home show before the Royal Rumble? Your job, Raw, creative, you only had one simple job. Why does Paul Heyman have to get me excited about the Royal Rumble? The only thing Paul Heyman did was get me excited over Lesnar versus Balor on Sunday. That's it. This show, not only this was a go-home show before the Royal Rumble, this show was supposed to get me excited about Sunday. Did you do that job? Let me think. No. This show didn't do anything except for the beginning part of Monday Night Raw. The opening segment of Raw was the only best thing all night. All night. All night. Strowman versus Finn Balor? Didn't care about it. Yeah, it was David versus Goliath. Yeah. Don't care. I don't care about Braun Strowman. Who gives a fuck about Braun Strowman now? Creative fucked up Braun Strowman to the point where I just don't care. Bobby Trashley in a pose off against fucking Apollo Crews. So we got a trash can and a Titus Catering VIP member in a match. Don't care. Don't care. Rollins versus McIntyre? Could have been the match of the night. Could have been the match of the night. Match was okay for what it was. Seth Rollins got the win. The Revival. Now, after the reports that were going on this whole past week, at this point, I'm thinking to myself, are they really going to give the Revival a shot at the Raw Tag Team titles? And at the ending that we got, you really think for a second that Vince cares about the Revival? No. No. We got Jinder Mahal and the Singh brothers in action. Sleep-inducing against the Lucha House Party. Sleep-inducing. Sleep-inducing. EC3 was in a segment with Dana Brooke. Moving along. Elias versus Baron Corbin. Now, is Elias over with the crowd? Yes, he is. Elias is over with the crowd. He's just getting stale. I don't know how you guys feel about Elias. I love Elias. I would walk with Elias every single time he's in New York City. I would love to walk with Elias. But he's getting stale and everything. He deserves a push. I think a change of scenery for Elias would be good for him. Put him on SmackDown. I would love to see him on SmackDown. Compete for the US title and eventually have him compete, if he's legit enough, have him compete on SmackDown, not only for the US title, but for the coveted WWE Championship. I wouldn't mind seeing Elias having at least one shot at the title. I wouldn't mind it. And then we get to the moment of bliss. Now, this is where I asked my entire group chat on Twitter, hand me the bleach on the rocks, please. Make that a double. No, fuck that. Make that a triple shot of bleach on the rocks. Straight. Alexa Bliss made an announcement, which we will go over here on the review. I don't know why she's coming back. I just don't know why. Nobody cares. She's not going to move the needle on Monday Night Raw. Nobody cares. Heavy Machinery made their Monday Night Raw debut. They looked impressive. The Revival versus Rude and Gable for the Raw Tag Team titles. You guys saw the ending for that matchup. After that, I wouldn't be surprised if we hear something tomorrow about the Revival asking for their release again. Because you know damn well they're not going to get the release because I'm hearing that the contracts are up in April of 2020. So where the fuck are they going? Nowhere. The Revival is technically stuck with Vince for another fucking year. Then we got Ronda Rousey and Natalya versus Bayley and Sasha Banks. Did you care? Why are you putting Sasha and Ronda on the same ring in a match 6 days before their matchup at the Royal Rumble? Now, this is the one match that everybody was looking forward to. You're going to put those two women in the ring 6 days before the Royal Rumble. I ask why. I just would love to fucking know why. Yet nobody's going to give me an answer to that question on why. Honestly, this show went downhill from there, went downhill after the opening segment and the Finn Balor match. That's it. That's it. This show was complete sleep-inducing. I almost fell asleep by 9, but I almost fell asleep low-key by 9:30. By 9:30, I'm almost asleep. I just don't know. I honestly pray to God that tomorrow's SmackDown's a better show. I honestly hope and pray to God that SmackDown is a much better show tomorrow. Especially with the matches and the segment that we're getting tomorrow on SmackDown Live. We're getting Almas versus Mysterio in the best 2 out of 3. We're getting AJ and Daniel Bryan again. This time Vince is gonna be there to monitor the two men. SmackDown should be good tomorrow, but this show tonight, like I said, this show almost put me to sleep by 9:30. I'm telling you, if you missed Monday Night Raw, folks, you didn't miss anything, except for the fact that what Paul Heyman was saying during his opening promo, during his opening segment. That's the only thing you missed. But anyways, guys, without any further ado, my name is Chris, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in back into the channel on this Monday, January 21st, 2019, Martin Luther King Day here in the United States of America. Thank you guys so much for tuning back into the channel. You guys are gonna get this week. You guys are gonna get obviously Raw review right now. You guys are gonna get SmackDown tomorrow, NXT Wednesday, Throwback Thursday, this upcoming Thursday, Friday. You guys will get a NXT TakeOver Phoenix Royal Rumble preview and predictions. Saturday, after TakeOver Phoenix is over, you guys are going to get a review on TakeOver right here on the channel. Sunday, as soon as the Rumble is over, you guys are going to get a Royal Rumble review. There'll be no episode 3 of the podcast this week. You guys are going to get episode 3 of the podcast next Saturday. So tune in for that. If you guys so far are enjoying this Raw review, guys, smash that like button as hard as you possibly can. Be sure to comment down below what you guys thought on Monday Night Raw tonight. I'm sure the majority of you guys think it was fucking sleep-inducing. Raw, all of a sudden now in 2019 so far, is putting me to sleep. Honestly. If Raw puts you to sleep, hit that thumbs up. Also, guys, hit that subscribe button down below. Turn that bell for all notifications. Please show your support to the channel by hitting that subscribe button, liking the video, comment down below. Let's begin with this Monday Night Raw review for your Monday, January 21st, 2019. Oh, Brock Lesnar's music hits, and Brock and Paul Heyman make their way down to the ring. Paul talks about Finn Balor becoming the #1 contender last week. Which is no surprise why, because of AEW on the tracking of Finn Balor. Paul Heyman talks about Cena believing in Finn Balor and says he believes in Finn Balor. He says Brock would turn Finn Balor into a martyr and will be sacrificed for the sin of believing he can beat Brock. Now, I'm thinking when Paul Heyman is saying Sacrifice for the sin. I'm thinking here, dead. That's the first thing I'm thinking. Is Paul Heyman planting little seeds for Finn Balor to go against The Undertaker? That's what I'm thinking here. He says Brock will turn Finn into a martyr and will be sacrificed for the sin of believing he can beat Brock. He says even miracles fear Brock and people will believe in Brock Lesnar. Well, when it comes to Brock Lesnar, you know, if Brock asks if Brock wants to work with a certain somebody, best believe Brock will work. Best believe Brock Lesnar will work. He asked for the match against AJ Styles 2 years ago. That match ended up being a fantastic match. He asked for a match against Daniel Bryan. Look how that match turned out last year. There were reports going on that Brock Lesnar actually wanted to face Finn Balor. Let's see how the match ends up on Sunday. Vince McMahon's music hits the PA system and he makes his way down to the ring also. Vince hypes up the match as a David versus Goliath story and tells the story of David versus Goliath. Vince mocks the crowd, calling Oklahoma hillbilly land. I LOL'd a little bit. I giggled. And says the people believe in fairy tales if they believe Finn Balor will be champion. Then all of a sudden, I don't know why this specific guy came out. Braun Strowman's music hits. Braun says last week was the worst day of his life. No fucking shit. No, Braun. As a matter of fact, 2 weeks ago was your worst day of your life. 2 weeks ago. When you cut that forgetting line promo against Brock Lesnar 2 weeks ago, which was fucking awkward and cringe at the same time. Braun says he'll be waiting for Brock if Brock wins on Sunday. No, you're not, Braun. No, the fuck you're not. At this point, creative killed Braun Strowman. You people expect me to believe in Braun Strowman? Fuck no! Finn Balor's music hits. Finn says it's the same old Monday Night Raw. Well, no shit, Finn. Finn Balor was right on one thing. Finn Balor says it's the same old Monday Night Raw. Yeah, the fact that Monday Night Raw puts me to sleep by 9:30 to 10 o'clock. Yes, Finn. It's the same old episode of Monday Night Raw. Get a golf clap, Finn. You get a golf clap. He says Brock and Braun are out here, and he's earned to be out here to face Brock this Sunday. Finn tells Vince he believes he can beat Brock, and all his fans believe it. He says he will he will regain back his Universal Championship that he never lost. Braun says he better beat Brock. Finn thanks him, then says he will do what Braun couldn't do. Ooh. Bang, bang. Shots have been fired. All a courtesy of Finn Balor. Brock and Paul leave the ring. Finn tells the real story of David versus Goliath story. Vince decides to put Finn Balor against Braun Strowman next. Now there was a funny line by Paul Heyman earlier. As Vince was talking about the David versus Goliath story, Paul Heyman said he never read the Bible. That shit had me in tears. I'm like, wow, Paul, you never read the Bible. Yeah, he's Jewish. He never read the fucking Bible. Anyway, I took notes on this. I took notes here. I said it was a fantastic promo by Paul Heyman. When he has a microphone in his hand, you stop what you're doing and you listen to the man speak. One of the greatest promos of all time in Paul Heyman. I'm saying Paul Heyman is one of the greatest promos ever. That promo itself made me believe that Lesnar versus Balor at the Rumble will be a great match. So it's Balor versus Strowman to kick off the action here on Monday Night Raw. And during the match, so Balor falls into Lesnar's arms and Lesnar gives Balor a belly-to-belly suplex. Now, obviously, they should have called this match a disqualification. The referee doesn't ring the bell, but after Balor hits his finishing move, the coup de grace, Lesnar comes in the ring out of nowhere and gives Balor the F5. Now, all of a sudden, the referee rings the bell for the disqualification. And then I asked myself, how retarded was that? Why didn't you call for the bell, when Lesnar got involved earlier in the match? Just a head-scratching moment, to be honest. It was just off, honestly. Balor wins by disqualification. Now, Heyman's promo made me believe that Balor versus Lesnar will be a fantastic match. I'm gonna give you guys my prediction on this on Friday as I give you my Takeover Phoenix and Rumble preview and predictions on Friday. So we get Bobby Trashley, and then from there, folks, Monday Night Raw from there went downhill to the point of no return. So we get Bobby Trashley and Lio Rush. Lio says Bobby is better than Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. Moving along. Lio says open challenges are for kids and they came here to celebrate. I didn't see no balloons. I didn't see no pyro. I didn't see no confetti. So you're telling me that there was a podium in the ring. A podium, I think. And Trashley is just standing there. You call this a celebration? Seriously? You call this a celebration? He says they don't do this for the fun, they do this for the money. Well, Lio Rush, sir, let me say this now for you. I had to mute this whole entire segment because the simple fact that I'm just tired of Lio Rush's voice. I'm honestly just tired of it. So I'm just reading this as I'm reading this along here. Last time I checked, Mr. Lio Rush, sir, money isn't everything. Money isn't everything. Happiness is one of the most important things in life. Bobby stands on a platform. Platform, not a podium, a platform. And Lio puts the title around Bobby's waist. Apollo Crews interrupts and makes his way down to the ring. Well, now we get a trash can and a Titus Catering VIP member in the same ring. Wow. Golf clap. Golf clap. Who cares? Apollo says no one came here to see you pose and challenges him. You really expect me to believe a Titus Catering VIP member is challenging Bobby Trashley for the IC title? Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? Like, seriously, I don't care. Lio challenges him to a pose down with Bobby. I thought this was supposed to be a celebration. Now we're going to get a pose down. Apollo accepts after Lio insults him for not being a champion. Well, he said, let me just say this. I also took these down on my notes. Funny line by Lio Rush was when he said he was talking to Apollo Crews and Crews wants an IC title match. Lio Rush says that according to Cruz's track record, he doesn't know how to be a champion. I fucking laughed. Wow. Lio, the only good thing you said was that according to Apollo's track record, he doesn't know how to be a champion. Well, he's been sitting in catering. You know, he's been helping Titus O'Neil, you know, with the chocolate chip cookies, you know, and the baked chicken, and the white rice, and beans and everything else, the green beans and the freaking baked chicken. He had to fold the napkins right, you know. Have the salad fork one plate and another regular fork on the other side. Simple. He's been in catering for too long. Give him a break. Apollo accepts. Yeah, I read that already. Bobby poses and then Apollo dances and flexes biceps. Like I said, you expect me to take Apollo Crews serious? No. Bobby poses with a side chest pose, and Apollo uses the same pose after doing a little dance. This was already sleeping-inducing for me, to be honest with you. Bobby poses again, and Apollo poses, but then Bobby Trashley, I almost said Lashley, Trashley attacks Apollo. Crews fights back and sends Bobby outside. Crews grabs Lio, picks him up, and throws him onto Bobby. This led to a matchup, which I don't know if you guys even care about. Crews versus Trashley. Who cares? Bobby Trashley won. Who gives a shit? Who gives a simple fuck? Do you care? Do you care? If you don't, good. Good. Rollins interrupts the match celebration and makes his way down to the ring as he is about to face Drew McIntyre. Both Seth and Bobby stare down at each other on the entrance ramp. Seth Rollins is in the ring talking about Martin Luther King and how the past few months has hit him hard. Seth says he's going to win the Royal Rumble match this Sunday and how all he's ever wanted to do was be in the ring. He talks about growing up in a hardworking family and always wanted to be a part of the WWE. He says he will be the one last standing and the one to go to WrestleMania to be in the main event. Drew McIntyre comes out and says he is an honest man and he will not stand there unless Seth continues to lie to himself. Drew says he hopes that he and Seth are at the very end of the Rumble and gets to see Seth's face when he throws him over the top rope and the announcer says his name as the winner of the men's Royal Rumble match. Now, Rollins comes out and delivers a great promo. I said this on my notes also. His promo made me a believer out of him. If I had to run a wrestling organization and I needed a few main event guys, it would be Rollins, McIntyre, and Andrade Cien Almas. Another guy who commands your attention when he has a microphone in his hands is Drew McIntyre. Just the intensity in McIntyre's voice alone makes you just stop what you're doing and listen to the man speak. In the Rumble, I have Rollins, McIntyre, and Andrade Cien Almas as the heavy favorites to win the men's Royal Rumble match. That's my honest opinion. Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre, this matchup wasn't right for what it was. And I said this on Twitter. Can you imagine Drew versus Seth for the Universal Championship? Sign me up for that. I would love to see Seth versus Drew for the Universal title down the road in 2019. Seth Rollins wins here. Drew brings Seth up the middle rope and plants him onto the mat. Drew covers, but Seth kicks out at 2. Drew immediately goes for a gut-wrench powerbomb on Seth. Covers, but Seth kicks out at 2. Drew is in control until Seth catches him for a roll-up for the 1-2-3 victory. Seth Rollins gets a quick victory over Drew McIntyre in what it was an okay match. The match is okay for what it was. Low-key. Match is okay for what it was. The Revival. The Revival talked to Vince McMahon backstage and asked for one more opportunity at the tag team titles. Yeah, and I want an opportunity to date Sasha Banks. Yeah, sure. Kurt Hawkins asked Vince for a shot to be in the Royal Rumble match. Vince grants the Revival their shot and makes Kurt Hawkins the special guest referee. Dean Ambrose is backstage talking about how he is not Intercontinental Champion is injustice. He says he's coming after both of them and how 2018 was not his year, except for the fact that he was almost killed due to a staph infection in 2018. But thank God he's alive. Thank God for that. He says he owns the road to WrestleMania and justice will be served on Sunday as Dean will make an attempt to win the Royal Rumble match. Dean, you're not winning the Rumble, bro. You're not winning the Rumble. You're not. Hate to say it, bro. You're not winning the Rumble. Lucha House Party versus Jinder Mahal and the Singh brothers. Do you care? Just know the Lucha House Party win. Metalik comes in and takes them out. Grand Metalik lands a tilt-the-world backbreaker and covers for the win. Who cares? Dana Brooke talks to EC3 and compliments him as Elias walks past them, making his way to the ring. So you put EC3 in a segment with Dana Brooke. You're telling me right now that you're already killing EC3. Yep. Expect EC3 in catering in less than 2 months. In less than 2 months' time. Expect EC3 in catering. Elias is introduced and starts playing in the ring. Elias says 2018 is going to be an incredible year. Elias says this might be his finest song yet, and he starts to play until Baron Corbin interrupts him. Why is Baron Corbin showing up on my TV set? Get the fuck off my television, bro. Corbin tells the fans to shut up. He says Elias rattled him out of last week to Braun. He rattled him out last week to Braun, and now he's going to put Elias in his place. Excuse me. Elias says Corbin's in no power to make any match for him, so he's going to play. Corbin tries to interrupt, but Elias cuts his mic off. Whoever cut off Baron Corbin's mic, you're the real MVP, bro. Honestly. Elias plays these things about Corbin not standing a chance at the Rumble and that nobody cares about him. Well, that was one true fact. Elias insults the vest Corbin has on and says nobody likes him. Same thing again. Corbin tries to enter the ring, but Elias swings a guitar at him, which leads to a match that Baron Corbin won. Why is Elias so over with the crowd, yet you're not pushing him? I said this in the beginning of this review. If you're not going to push Elias on Raw, put him on SmackDown. He would be really good, fit in the SmackDown. Have him win the U.S. title. And eventually have him sprinkle in the coveted WWE Championship picture. Honestly, if you're not going to push him on Raw, put him on SmackDown. Put him on SmackDown. I expect in a superstar shakeup after WrestleMania, you put Elias on SmackDown. That's the first thing you have to do. I love Elias and everything, but he's getting a bit stale. Corbin wins with the end of days. So Elias, 1, 2, 3. Baron Corbin wins. Do you care about Baron Corbin? No. Of course not. We get a moment of bliss here. We get a moment of bliss. Alexa Bliss comes out and welcomes everyone to her moment of bliss show. I must say, I may hate Alexa Bliss, but the outfit she got on, fire. Straight up fire. Alexa introduces some of the women's Royal Rumble participants. Alexa introduces her guest, which is Nia Jax, the face breaker. Ooh, face breaker. Nia comes out and sits with Alexa. Alexa asks her who she would choose to face at WrestleMania if she wins the Rumble. You really think Nia Jax is going to win the Rumble? The only person that's going to eliminate Nia Jax is Becky Lynch. That's my honest opinion. Ember Moon interrupts and says she is tired of waiting for an invitation. You go, girl. Moon tells them she is going to win the Rumble. Alicia Fox comes out and says she will go through the women in the Rumble match on Sunday. She also says she was the captain of the women's division. No, you are not. You are another VIP member of Titus Catering. Mickie James comes out and says she stole the show at WrestleMania before and she will do it again. They all argue and the Riot Squad come out and join the argument. This is what I said on Twitter. Am I watching a kindergarten class live on Raw? Alexa Bliss climbs up to the top of the chair that she was sitting on and yells at them, telling them that it's her show and they're ruining her reputation as a talk show host. Don't come back to the ring, man. Just stay as a talk show host. She tells them to calm down, but then they all get into a brawl on stage as Alexa looks on. They all go backstage to continue the fight. Alexa says this is the moment of bliss people will never forget because she will be in this year's Rumble match. Hand me the bleach. Triple the shot of the bleach on the rocks. Alexa Bliss has officially been cleared after a few months. She is finally cleared and she will be in the women's Rumble match on Sunday. Hand me the bleach and the noose, please. If you people think Alexa Bliss is going to win the Rumble, I swear to God, take a shot of bleach. Take the biggest shot of bleach you can ever fucking have. Honestly. Honestly. All of a sudden, Lacey Evans comes out and confronts her. Lacey calls the women classless and calls Alexa a runt. Whatever that is. Lacey says she will be the one to win the Rumble match. Like I said, I'm not going to give you guys my prediction now on who wins, but you guys are going to find that out on Friday on the preview and predictions video for TakeOver Phoenix and the Royal Rumble. Titus O'Neil says he'll be in this year's Rumble match. Yeah, make sure not to trip this time after what happened last year. And then scolds a producer for walking in his shot. Because you're not going to win the Rumble, bro. No one cares about Titus O'Neil. There you go. Heavy Machinery versus the Ascension. This match was quick. This Snow, Heavy Machinery won. Otis slams a worm onto an elbow drop to Victor. Heavy Machinery plants Victor with the compactor for the win. That's it. Simple as that. The Revival versus Bobby Roode and Chad Gable for the Raw Tag Team titles. social media would have blew the fuck up if the Revival won the Raw Tag Team titles. After what happened here tonight, you think that they're gonna be happy? No. This match was I just don't know what to say about this matchup. I just didn't care. I expected the Revival to win, but did they win? No. Rude and Gable retained the Raw Tag Team titles. They used every single cheating tactic, every single heel tactic, from holding on to the ropes, holding on to the opponent's freaking legs. What else they did? They fucking whatchamacallit. Yeah, they freaking held the freaking feet down, the tights, you know, freaking feet on the ropes. They used every single heel tactic, and they still didn't win this match. Am I supposed to take the Revival serious after tonight? You made me officially creative. You officially made me not care about the Revival. And that is sad. That is fucking sad. How you killed the Revival is beyond me, bro. How the fuck you kill Bobby Roode in general is beyond me. You killed the Revival? Come on, dude. Come on. Seriously. And like I said on my video yesterday, which should be down below in the description, merge the tag teams all together. That's it. You cannot build around the Revival on Monday Night Raw. You gotta merge the tag team division. If you're gonna do it for the women, you can sure do it for the men. You sure can do it for the men. Rude and Gable retain the tag team titles. Gable gets tagged in and lands a crossbody on Dawson. Dawson rolls through the roll-up and rolls up Gable while grabbing the tights, but Hawkins catches him again. Dawson tries to roll up Gable, but Gable catches him and roll up for the win. The Revival, post-match, the Revival argue with Hawkins and they beat down Hawkins. All of a sudden, Zack Ryder comes out and saves Hawkins. Zack tosses the Revival out of the ring and helps Hawkins to his feet. I guarantee you, next week, we are getting the Revival versus Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins next week. Guarantee you. Remember this video. I guarantee you next week we are going to get the Revival versus Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. Guarantee you next week. Guarantee you. Ronda is interviewed and she says that she doesn't owe Sasha a damn thing. Now this promo by Ronda, it was just cringe. It was just cringe. And I said this before about Ronda. Is she good in the ring? She's great in the ring. But she needs to work on her mic skills. She just has to. She says she's been respectful since the day she walked into the locker room, but all she gotten was resentment. Ronda says she will show Sasha after Rumble who is the real boss. Ooh. Now, I'm going to say this. I said this in the beginning of this review, and I'm going to say it again. Why are you putting Ronda Rousey and Sasha Banks in the same ring in a match 6 days before the Rumble? You're right there alone. You're killing the entire momentum of this match between Ronda and Sasha. You're killing the dynamic and the fucking hype for this match. I didn't care about this match. I low-key didn't care about this tag team match. I didn't care. I low-key didn't care. Bayley and Sasha win. Bayley and Banks dominate Ronda. Ronda tries to get her to the armbar, but Banks tries to go to the ropes. Natty comes in and manages to get Banks into the sharpshooter. Bayley breaks it up. Banks gets Natty into the Banks statement, and Natty tapped out. After the match, Ronda and Banks try to go after each other, but Bayley and Natty hold them back while the show goes off the air. Don't care. This matchup didn't do shit for me. Now, did this hype of Ronda versus Sasha even more? A tad bit, yeah. But the simple fact that you're putting Ronda versus Sasha in the same ring at the same time in a tag team match 6 days before the Rumble? Come on, dude. I would have been okay if you did Natalya versus Bayley with Ronda in Natalia's corner and Sasha in Bayley's corner. As long as they don't touch each other, I'm fine. As long as they don't touch each other, I am fine. But the fact that you put them in a tag team match and they touched each other in this match just honestly killed a little bit of the dynamic and the hype coming into Sunday. Come on, creative, you gotta step up here. This Raw literally went downhill after Finn Balor's match. It went downhill after the Paul Heyman promo and the Finn Balor matchup. It went downhill. Didn't care about this show. Like I said, this show almost put me to sleep by 9:30. By 9:30. I just hope SmackDown Live tomorrow is going to be a whole lot better. I pray to God. SmackDown, I just hope and pray SmackDown's a whole lot better tomorrow. And I'm going to say this now. Also, remember this video. If you do not put Andrade Cien Almas versus Rey Mysterio in that best 2 out of 3 falls match, if this matchup is not in the main event, that's how you know creative fucked up again. That's how you know creative fucked up again. If Almas and Mysterio in the best 2 out of 3 falls match tomorrow is not the main event of SmackDown Live tomorrow, there's no hope for this company. No hope. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm going to go watch Season 2 of The Punisher. Thank you guys so much for watching this Raw review. If you guys enjoyed this Raw review, guys, smash the like button as hard as you possibly can. Be sure to comment down below what you guys thought of Monday Night Raw tonight. I'm sure the majority of you guys thought that it was sleep-inducing and boring. Also, guys, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Turn that bell for all notifications. I want to give a quick shout out to TM161. That's my brother, bro. If you guys haven't seen TM161, he does movie reviews, he does Raw, he does SmackDown reviews, and Becky Lynch is his bae. So be on the lookout. Yeah, TM. You know, you may have Becky Lynch, my brother, but I got Sasha Banks. You feel me? So, yeah, we in the same team, brother. Same team. Same team. Love you, TM. His channel will be down below in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow for SmackDown Live Review. We're going to get Andrade Cien Almas. I'm not going to call him Andrade. Andrade Cien Almas versus Rey Mysterio. Best 2 out of 3. We're also going to get AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan with Vince McMahon monitoring this whole thing. I also heard that AJ Styles gave a little warning to Vince McMahon. We'll talk about it tomorrow on the SmackDown review. Without any further ado, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow for SmackDown review. Follow me on social media. Link will be down below in the description on Twitter. If you guys are new, hit that subscribe button down below. See you guys tomorrow for SmackDown Live review.